Hi guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, I'm Nessie. I think I'm in need of a 12-step mini utensil recovery program because the ideas just keep coming. Starting with a set of measuring cups. I had some really thin cardstock, so I found some different thickness dowels and a bead which I later switched out for a pen lid to use as the forms to make the different size measuring cups. I cut 3 strips of cardstock long enough to wrap around the forms 2 times, but at decreasing heights. I made sure each strip had a handle piece on it 1 centimeter long and 2 millimeters wide. And I know I'm not explaining it very well, but hopefully it'll make sense as you watch. Quite frankly, I was making it up as I went along. To help the cardstock curl easily, work it between your fingers a little. It'll help with the next step of gluing them. Pre-curled cardstock will want to sit in position better than a straight piece that will try to resist your wishes. So now what I'm doing is wrapping the strips twice around the various forms I'm using, and then using Tacky glue to secure them. Just don't glue the cardstock to the actual forms. You can see I ran the glue too close to the form before the cardstock overlapped, but it's an easy fix with a quick wipe. When you have your cardstock strip wrapped nice and tight, hold the end down with a clothes peg until the glue dries. The next step is to glue the cardstock tubes to a layer of cardstock with Tacky glue to form the base of the measuring cups. Don't forget, a full list of all the materials used in this video is in the description below. And while you're at it, check out the link to my Nessie Monster merch, where you can buy the cute designs I've created on stickers, t-shirts, mugs, phone cases and more. Around now I'm starting to have doubts about the height of these measuring cups, especially the 2 bigger ones. They looked a bit too big to me. I really wasn't happy with them, so I ripped the 2 big cups off the cardstock, trimmed them down a little and restuck them to the base again. When they were dry, I gave the insides a coat of wood glue. And when that was dry, I trimmed off the bottoms. Then I coated the outside of the measuring cups with wood glue. It doesn't look fancy, but it will give them strength. A quick dry fit shows they stack nicely, so I tidy up any messy edges. Now here is a cautionary tale for you. I wanted to put a hole in the cup handles so I could link them together with a jump ring. I thought, to align the holes perfectly, I could poke through them all stacked together. I was wrong, and some of the holes ripped at the side. I'd come too far and I didn't want to start again, so I used an old broken fingernail repair hack to fix it. What you need is a scrap of tissue paper, and in this case tacky glue. If you were fixing your fingernail, use nail polish instead. Anyway, back to the point. I spread the glue on the tissue paper and stuck it to the handles of the measuring cups. In this case, I folded it over to cover both the top and bottom sides of the handles. Leave it to dry before trimming off the excess tissue paper. The tissue is so thin it'll pretty much be invisible once it's painted. I painted the measuring cups a bright, cheerful 1970s orange. Finally, I sealed them with a coat of dimensional magic. However, this may have been my downfall, as you'll see soon enough. Remember, every layer of paint and sealers adds thickness to your creations. Sure, they stack up nicely, but the two smallest cups are now forever wedged together and I can't prise them apart. So that's how they'll stay. Sorry, Papa Gnome. Let's put that minor disaster from our minds and crack on with measuring spoons. I dusted off the old aluminium foil pie pan and cut 3 small strips of different thicknesses. I like to use my awl to mark out the measurements on metal, and remember you can cut these pie pans easily with scissors. With a small scrap of foam underneath, I'm using my ball stylus tools to shape the bowl part of the spoons. Trim off the corners. See, I'm using different size ball stylus tools for the different size spoons. Be careful of the tiny trimmed corner offcuts. They can be very sharp. Now on the handle end, I'm poking a hole with my awl so I can join the spoons together. To make sure I get the hole in the other spoons in the right place, I stack them one at a time to make a mark to guide me. I had a very small jump ring that I used to join the spoons all together because Lord knows they're so small they could get lost in the blink of an eye. And that's the measuring spoons done. For my grand finale in this video, I made some salt and pepper grinders. I used some wooden beads, rubber plastic beads, a couple of sort of rusty flathead pins, a seed bead and a short bugle bead. After watching a Tiny Craft Life video a while back, I was inspired to make the pepper grinder handle tunable. So I'll link the video in the description below. I'm using super glue here to glue the bigger round beads to the top of the wooden beads, and I'm making sure that the holes are all lined up. Clean up any excess glue. Here I am adding glue to the head end of the pin so I can slide the short bugle bead onto the end and it'll stay in place. Now put that aside, and I'm trimming the other head pin shorter so it will fit inside the salt grinder, and I'm gluing that into place. I figured out how long I wanted my grinder handle to be, my pepper grinder I mean, and I bent the pin at a 90-degree angle. By now I was confusing myself trying to figure out how to make it movable, but what I did in the end was I glued a smaller round bead inside the bigger wooden bead, making sure the center holes were lined up. The smaller bead would stop the tuning handle from flapping around in the big hole. Again, I'm talking about the pepper grinder, guys, not the dating app. Get your minds out of the gutter. I added more glue around the sides to make sure the bead stayed in place. It took a little finessing to get it right. Now to keep the handle attached to the grinder but still freely moving, I glued a large seed bead to the end of the head pin. I painted them a vibrant 70s leaf green. I felt it needed one more detail, so I got my gold gel pen out and I wrote an S and a P on the grinders. Much better now. Let's varnish them. Look, it works! It actually works! I love them so much, and Papa Gnome will too, I bet. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new uploads, and leave a comment because I'd love to hear from you. It really helps my channel to grow. If you want to share your own crafty ideas and projects, join my Facebook page called Nessie Monster Crafts. We have Fun Day Fridays where we can all show off our latest works in progress. If you can afford it, please consider buying me a coffee. Links for both my Facebook group and coffee account are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!